In this video, we will cover how to balance chemical reactions created by the Writing and Tutoring Center at Tacoma Community College. In terms of balancing a chemical reaction, we expect to have the number of elements for the starting materials, which is the left side of the equation, equal to the number of elements for the products, which is the right side of the equation. And this happens due to the conservation of mass. I have a chemical reaction here. Methane reacts with oxygen and produces carbon dioxide and water. Methane and oxygen stays on the left side of the equation, are considered as the starting materials. Carbon dioxide and water are the products, and they stay on the right side of the equation. The first step is pretty obvious, which is write out the chemical reaction. Step 2 is to write out a list of elements of the starting materials and the products. On the starting material side, I see that carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are the elements that appear, and they are also appeared on the product side. Step 3 is to count the number of elements in the starting materials and the products. In the starting materials, I have 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen from the methane compound, and 2 oxygen are from the oxygen compound. In the product side, I have 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen, 3 oxygen, 2 of them are from the carbon dioxide compound, and 1 of them is from the water compound. Before doing step 4, I usually draw a line in front of each compound to avoid any possible mistakes, such as changing the subscripts or adding the coefficients in between a compound. And step 4 is to add a coefficient in front of a compound. I have 1 carbon in the starting materials and 1 carbon in the products. Therefore, I'm going to put 1 as the coefficient in the methane compound and 1 as the coefficient of the carbon dioxide compound. Step 5 is to recount the number of elements on both sides of the equation. As 1 is the coefficient of the methane compound, I'm going to take 1 multiplied by the number of carbon and 1 multiplied by the number of hydrogen, which will give us 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen as the number of elements on the starting materials now. In the product side, we will do the same procedure, which is take 1 multiplied by the number of carbon and 1 multiplied by the number of oxygen, and that will give us 1 carbon and 3 oxygen on the product side. 2 oxygens are from the carbon dioxide, and 1 of them is from the water. Step 6 is to repeat step 4 and 5 until all of the coefficients are filled in. We have 4 hydrogen on the starting material side, and 2 of them are on the product side. Therefore, I'm going to put 2 as my coefficient of water. And now I'm going to recount the number of elements. I'm going to take 2 multiplied by the number of hydrogen and 2 multiplied by the number of oxygen. So we will now have 4 hydrogen on the product side and 4 oxygen. 2 oxygens are from the carbon dioxide and 2 of them are from the water. Now we will follow the same procedure for our last coefficient. We have 2 oxygen on the starting material side and 4 oxygen on the product side. Therefore, I'm going to put 2 as the coefficient of my oxygen compound. And our last step is to check if the reaction is correctly balanced. I have 1 carbon on the starting material side, 1 carbon on the product side, 4 hydrogen on the starting materials, and 4 hydrogen on the product side, 4 oxygen, and another 4 oxygen. Therefore, the reaction is correctly balanced. For more practice problems along with explanations, please refer to the second video. Thank you for watching.